what I would do is I'll just put the day open so that whenever you give it my wife is cooking. So in a statement, this is when you find it.
Mbala district of Northern Province in Zambia lies at a distance of over 1,000 kilometers away from Zambia's capital, Lusaka. And that's how much far away from home I am today. But tell you what, I feel at home already. Yes, sir. Good to see you. Good, good. These are the gentlemen who make up the establishment of Mbala district in Northern Province. But if you thought Mbala hasn't got anything to offer, think again. Okay, so I just thought before we get down to business, let's show you what Mbala has to offer you when you come here. Just 2018 saw Mbala bring almost the entire world came here. The representatives of Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of England, Elizabeth II, were part of this particular centenary celebration, celebrating, is it a century after the end of the First World War, which started in 1914, ended on the 25th of November 1918, 100 years after there. And so this is where the last gunshots of the First World War were fired. And 2018 saw the rewriting of the world history to include Mbala in it. So when you come here, this is what greets you. To the memory of 1467 men of Northern Rhodesia, that's 1,467 men of Northern Rhodesia, who served in the British Army as carriers in the Great War and were killed in action. Look at that name over there. So near this place, on 25th of November 1918, the German forces in East Africa, commanded by General von Leutenburg, laid down their arms. Beautiful history there. So that's some of the things that Mbala is able to offer you. But we'll be able to show you some of the iconic features of Mbala. Before we get there, let's just try to speak to one of the local people here and just hear what sort of life goes on in Mbala. Yeah, I hope that's the correct pronunciation. Sir, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah, happy to see you.
Good. Your name, sir?
Welcome to Mbala. My name is Asumto Amos.
All right.
Yes, I'm a resident here. I've been living here, I think, for quite some time now.
Born and bred here?
Born and bred here, yes.
Please, let's take a walk down the road here as we just chit-chat on certain things.
Yes.
Mbala, is that the correct pronunciation?
Yes, it is the correct pronunciation, taken from the old name. It was called Abekon. From that time now, it was changed to Mbala. That's the correct the pronunciation of the word.
Does Mbala mean anything?
Mbala, yes, it means something. In the olden days, I think there were a lot of animals here, Mbala, which are the spots, and those they were pronounced as Imbala in our local language. So from that time now, when the whites came, it was changed from Abekon to Mbala. Mbala is a local name referring to animals which were here,
okay.
And they have gone into extinction as I'm
speaking of the local language,
yes.
What local language is widely spoken here?
Mambo Lungu.
Awalungu.
Mambo, yes.
You know, yeah. It's hard to tell the distinction between the two.
Yes.
So you are saying Mambo Lungu.
Mambo Lungu, yes.
All right. So what are the key phrases that I need to look out for as a person just coming in here?
The key phrases that you'll have to look out for, greetings. Majuken, good morning. Muliuli, how are you? Ningo, fine. Those are key phrases. And then if someone wants to say no, they will say for, meaning they don't want.
Okay.
Yes, they don't want. So you don't get as a figure four. They are saying no. Yeah.
It's like a lousy kind of thing.
Yes.
Zwafo, like get out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are some of the phrases that you need to look at. Otherwise, they are peaceful people here, and they will smile at you.
Iconic places, which places would you like me to go to before I leave Mbala?
I think I'd like you to visit Motomoto Museum, visit Lake Chila, visit Old Prison. If you can have time, you can visit Kalambo Force.
All right.
These are places that when you visit, you will not regret being here in Mbala.
Mr. Simutowe, Been a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Oh, pleasure is mine, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to meet you.
Happy to see you
Yeah, I've
too.
just been seeing you from the...
You know.
Yes, I'm happy, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Very, very happy.
It's about 5 minutes drive from the central business district of Umbala to Kawama Day Secondary School. There's a placard which I'm just going to stand on. And this school is divided into two. There's the secondary section and the primary section over there. There you see it. Republic of Zambia, Ministry of General Education, Kawama Day Secondary School. The motto is quite striking and eye-catching. There it is. It says, Umuzonda Walutamaka. I'm trying to get it. Okay, let me just try to call somebody. Hello, madam. Can you come over here? I just want you to pronounce this word for me correctly. Let's hear it from a native, a person that's here. I hope mine wasn't too bad. Kindly pronounce this one for me. No, you're not being straight and clean. Come this side. Come. Look into the camera. Atishi? What does that mean?
Vidanga na upampa mino kiteji mtuwero wabika kusana nanikane. Vyati ulechi kwaisha sana bata makari ya kwera so. Echo bale mbira tumuzonda rutamaka. Vyatu wale kwa ate Kawama Day Secondary School to establish.
Persistence! So they persisted. They wanted this school divided into two, the primary section and the secondary section. Persistence paid off, and here they have a secondary section. Now, this is where one of the teachers is a genius. 2018, I still haven't started partaking from my bananas. 2018 goes down into the history of Zambian examinations as the year when, for the first time in the history of exams in Zambia, exams were suspended due to, you know the reason why, examination leakages. When that broke out to the nation, somebody, a Zambian genius, got thinking, and he thought he could come up with a solution to end examination leakages. We are here in Mbala to fish him out. Stay with us. We are inside the classroom containing the grade 8, very ambitious gentlemen and ladies. At that level, when you're in grade 8, you're so ambitious and you're looking forward to being in grade 10, later on finishing school. In fact, when you're in grade 8, you just feel like grade 12 is just so far away. It's not far away. So this is where our genius for today is coming from. He's a teacher I earlier on mentioned. So what he's got for us is something called Zambian National Examination Broadcasting Commission, ZNEBC, but ZNEBC. I love it. A very creative piece of scientific creation over there. But before we get to introduce him, we'd like to recognize the presence of the headmaster of Kawama Secondary School, which has a primary section as well, Mr. Peter Chewe. So, please rise up. Let's give him a big applause. Thank you so much, sir. And also with him is his deputy, Mr. Matthews. Sir, stand up. So that we could see. There is our deputy headmaster. So, one of their teachers is under scrutiny for today, and they will have to say that this person is just a competent person in charge of a scientific kind of subject. ICT, yeah. So Mr. Andrew Sampa,
yes.
So you could come over. Yeah, happy to see you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Show us the
ZNEBC.
Go on, my brother.
Okay. I have this project that I'm calling Zambia National Examination Broadcasting Commission. It has come with a problem that we are facing here in Zambia, which are leakages. I've developed this system that will help or alleviate a problem that has come with our learners, or the syndrome that our learners have developed now. The system is more like advanced examination live broadcasting system for Ministry of Education.
Okay, I'm gonna help you to Just tell me, go to the next page.
Yes.
I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Next, there we are.
So, I'll start by explaining how examinations are made or manufactured, I should say. Because the way they are, or the way they are prepared, they start from district level. So from a district, they will prepare, from HODs, they will prepare and submit to provincial head officers.
HOD, that's head of what?
Head of departments.
Yeah.
Yes, for each subject. So they will prepare their papers, the way they feel it can be administered to their learners, and then they will submit to the provincial head offices for examination. So what they will do is, once they receive examination from all the districts, they will combine the questions or the question papers from different districts and then make one pool for each subject. And then from there, they will use the same pools that they have made for questions or examination papers. They will send them to ECZ. Each district will prepare 3 copies of exam papers for each subject. Then from there, they will submit to the ECZ board, which is Examination Administration Board. From there, they will scrutinize all the papers and standardize all the questions that have been prepared from different provinces. And then from there, they will now look for or choose which paper will qualify to be written in schools. So now, from my point of view, these leakages that we are facing in Zambia as a virus, I should call it, it's a virus that has come to disturb the studying culture of our learners in schools. So I would say, from my point of view, is the syndrome has come, or the advantage has come in a way that people are taking advantage of the system which is there, which is the old system, I'll call it, or analog system of administering exams. So I thought of developing another part that should be incorporated with the old system that we have. From when the examination board, administration board receive the question papers, they will put them in the same files in their systems. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is I want you to get where now I'm introducing a new system or a new part in the way examination administered to pupils. So from there, I have these provinces. They have let's assume that they have submitted their papers, which are more than 30 question papers from each province will produce 3 pairs of question papers for each subject. Then, after they combine them, they will make a pool of question papers. Hence, it will make more like a pool, and then they will have options to where they can choose a question paper from. When the examination council receives the question papers, they will go through and scrutinize and standardize all the questions that are there, and all the questions that have been collected from different provinces.
That one, I've got it quite correctly. You mentioned when they receive from different provinces, 30 pairs of exam papers,
yes,
received at ECZ, then we have to do confirmation, analysis,
yes,
standardize all the questions, submission of all the 30 question papers, each subject at ECZ, isn't it?
Yes.
What next?
So now, after they have done that, now they will now submit the question papers or the pools that they have made for subjects now to the new introduced board or a commission, to the administration of examination.
In short, this is your proposal that there
yes,
should be a new exam broadcasting
yes,
commission.
Yes, because
instead of submitting to which one earlier?
EAB, Examination Administration Board.
That was the one that's there now.
In charge.
So you are proposing that we switch from that one,
yes,
to the Exam Broadcaster Commission.
Yes.
What good comes with that then?
So now, This Examination Broadcasting Commission will act and play a role which the ECZ used to play to administer all the examination or all the preparation of examinations. This project it has come with a system software and a special designed computer which will go with the same system software that will be used now. So this system has come to take a role of human being from analog to digital. Even exams, I feel we should move now from
human handled,
yes, to digital examination.
So the digital platform will have people still.
Yes, it will have operators, I call them.
All right.
Yes, operators, those who will be in charge to operate all the computers that will be there. But even them, they won't know what papers or what questions will be prepared. Yes.
Let's go with that.
So the verification will be done. That will be the first phase once they receive the papers from the ECZ. Again, from there will be a channel bid from all provinces. So each officer who is in charge with administration of papers to ECZ, they will have another gadget that will be given, specifically designed for them to bid a channel which they want their exam to be broadcasted in.
Yeah, let's go to the final.
The final one?
Yes, that's the number 16.
Yes, they're revising one channel now. So one channel which will go for the majority after the channel bid has been done. The channel that will get the majority is the channel where the examination will come live.
So you are proposing that there should be some kind of a television channel,
yes,
that should be set up for the purpose
of examining. That's all.
So what are we going to broadcast on this channel?
These are exams that will be prepared now by the system software that I'm talking about, that will be created.
What happens to paper?
No paper.
Why? Why are you cutting out the paper?
Because that's where people now are getting this advanced technology. They can capture and send it somewhere.
Can we clap on it? Sounds like a good idea. I hope ECZ does agree with us. Okay. Yes,
so
let's
again,
go.
with an human error, it is also helping the ECZ, where the exams won't be handled by a person. Even the ECZ won't know the questions that are coming there.
But they're the ones who have to authenticate
Them they will have, but they will have thousands of questions from different areas.
Who picks the final questions? Let's revisit that question again.
When the ECZ submits the questions to the
system.
The system.
Broadcasting system.
Yes, the examination broadcasting system. Them, what they will do, it's more like they have made a pool of questions from each province. So each province will contribute 90 questions. Maybe, for example, in any subject, they will contribute maybe 90 questions, about 90 questions. Now, if you can count 90 questions by 10 provinces, it will be more than 1,000 maybe questions. Even if someone can think of hacking, are you going to hack 1,000 questions and give to someone to study for the exam? Possibly it won't be like that.
At the moment, I know that the Ministry of General Education, if I'm not mistaken, the proposal is that we should have security cameras, first of all, CCTV installed.
Yes.
And also the other suggestion that recently came in is that we should have police officers.
Yes,
guarding.
but I can tell you from that point of view, even if a police guard can be there, secured in a computer, but someone can hack from London or America and get the system and send it, and in fact send it back to your country without them, the policeman or
blocking.
Police, blocking.
So yours is...
So for this system, it has come to cut that, to say, when the exams are being prepared, it's a system that will be shuffling questions, to be picking randomly from, without knowing.
So if you tell
which
it,
question
we need you to give us only 50 questions, random, it will just give you those ones.
It will just give you, just picking randomly according to how they have set the question ones, the question twos and sections, just like that. Then it will pick from there and make maybe 2 or 3 question
Where's the
papers.
headquarters? Who's the controller?
the controllers, it depends with the board how they can
They
choose.
can be in Lusaka.
Yeah, it can
and
be in
then
Lusaka.
broadcast live
Yes.
to across the nation.
Yes.
That's like grade 7 exams are starting at 7 hours. What do we do?
Yes. So pupils or those who are going to write exams, they will be maybe in class 1 hour before the exam starts. In fact, the same system, before it even views the exams, it will bring maybe a countdown clock to tell someone to say you are remaining with these hours before you start the exams. Again, from there it will still give you some extra time to say, okay, even if you are late, but you have this extra time to catch up and relax, maybe and catch up from there.
Okay. That's about it?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a fantastic idea. Man. Give us him, man. This is what we want.
Mr. Sampaio, I want you to clarify from the point where the examinations will be broadcasted, from the HQ you are saying up to a classroom, because initially we were used to have a hard copy in class. Now, how is the system going to be now?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, to answer your question, let me tell you, like you are able to see from this projection of a projector. This is the same way the exams will be viewed to the learners. Are we able to see? So I'm sure even the exams you can see, right? Yes. So the people in charge with examinations or invigilators, they will only give out answer booklets just for answering, but questions will come live on a TV viewing from a projector. Someone again can ask you to say, but what about maybe a big room or a hall? So one projector will be designed in a way that it will only cater for few people. For example, if you say one projector will cater for 20. So meaning if there is a hall where people are writing exams from, there will be more projectors which will be connected using another wireless signal. Yes. So we can use the same setup which is used for this broadcasting, I mean the ZNBC broadcasting system. So it's almost like the same, but the only difference is we are going to introduce this system that will be shuffling questions without anyone tampering with the preparation of the questions. The system will prepare a question paper within within 40 minutes or 50 minutes before they start writing, and then it will come live.
Okay. Yes. Is it possible in your proposal, whereby you have said you want the independent broadcasting to administer those examinations? How about if Examination Council of Zambia takes up with the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation? They marry each other so that they can start broadcasting that type of examinations.
Okay, that is not a big problem, but all I'm trying to do is to get the blame. For example, some are saying it's teachers who are in charge of leakages. Some again are saying it's you, the ECZ, who are in charge of the leakages. So instead, we are going to get that burden from ECZ. We also get a burden from teachers, so that it becomes an independent. Or if they want, they can still make it that way, or they can give ZNBC budget to go under a department, which can be.
We didn't travel all the way from Lusaka to Mbala, over 1,000 kilometers, burning fuel, eating candolo on the way for nothing. We came to get a genius, and we do agree that we have a Zambian genius in Mbala, don't we, all of us? Indeed. Thank you so much, people of Mbala, for giving us a genius in this case. So let's see what else we've got to give you from across the country.